I just feel like I'm not long for this world.
Oh, well, you're fine.
My nan used to say that. My nan said that for about 20 years. She used to say, oh, I won't see Christmas, right?
Yeah.
She was right eventually.
Yeah,
well, the last one.
Eventually, yes. Yeah. So...
No, I don't worry about it anyway. I don't care. I don't care. No, I don't worry about being dead. So, you don't know about it. That's the best thing about being dead. You don't know about it. It's like being stupid. It's only painful for others. So I don't care. I don't care. I don't...
Name 3 Tom Hanks movies.
Toy Story 1, 2, and 3.
No! No!
He got a job painting the weapons research establishment in England. As they were going in, this sort of policeman with his helmet on had to check underneath with the, the stick on the mirror.
Yeah, to make sure there's no bomb or anything, yeah.
And as he was doing that, his helmet fell off and 20 cigarettes fell out on the floor, right? Mm-hmm. And the policeman, just being nice to my brother, said, I bet you've always wondered what we keep under our helmets. And my brother went, I knew it wasn't brains.
I never knew you were this weird.
Really?
No, because you kept it... We worked together for a couple of days.
I know.
You're absolutely mental.
In a nice way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so...
I'm not going to go out there. I'm not trying to ruin their night. I'm making jokes, And also, I do it about things they've done, not about things they can't help. So, I think I'm fair. Do you know? I know, yes. But you know what I mean.
No. You're not making fun of a way they look or how they were.
I wouldn't come out and go, oh look, it's a ginger Frankenstein. There's not even any water here. Can I have a drink of water?
Unfortunately, I'm the new BBC...
Oh, you've got some? Well, oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I bought this myself. You have to buy your own out of BBC.
Look at you.
That's £1. You want that? That's £1 I want from you.
Yeah.
That's £1. OK, let's do an interview.
What we should do is show you a game. It's called Oh, Caption My Caption, and you'll look at a photo, and then you'll give us a caption for that photo. Just based on what you see. Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Is the kid saying to the baby, touch my toys and you die?
Yeah. Okay.
Look at the kid on the left.
Yeah.
Is he signaling to the police? These are not my...
Yeah. Her face is...
Are they just married?
Yeah.
Look at
her.
Is she saying, what the have I done?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Mum, when can we afford a scarecrow? I've got it. Making bacon.
The town in Minnesota has canceled plans to change the name of a street called Stoner Avenue. It's a weird street, and instead of saying stop, all the signs say, chill, bro.
Sorry. Yeah, you're not giving them, they come out, they park their cars, they've got babysitters, they haven't paid. Why would you? That'd be mental. But if I was you, I'd be going, thank you so much, these people, and giving them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm not doing that.
It was shoddy. It was, I mean, you didn't write it, and that's... But do it like it's your own. Do it like you were clever enough to come up with this joke yourself, okay?
You look pumped, buffed, and cut. You are ready to go.
Thank you.
When did this happen, for God's sakes?
It's been a gradual process.
Yeah. Well, what is your goal?
Over 50 years.
Uh-huh.
Started off really small.
Yeah. And what's the matter with your voice?
I've got a sore throat.
Ah.
So that's it.
How long have you had the sore throat?
Just a couple of days.
See, now, I had a sore throat around the holidays.
It's all about you, isn't it? It's all about you.
Yeah.
Mentioning Jane, y'all have been together for 35 years,
I know.
which is a wonderful amount of time. And I think you and I are
They're
similar.
clapping her, aren't they, really?
Yeah,
They're going, well done, Jane.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did you do that?
We don't know her, but wow.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
If we're out or something, I sort of, like, lag behind and get Jane by herself with no one on, and I take a picture of her, and I tweet Jane with all her friends.
Yeah. So like, imagine. Here's one you tweeted of Jane. Jane thinking about making new friends.
I went, Jane, look at those crows.
But does she not know you're doing it? Does she not think, where is he? Where is he?
She sees the tweet.
Jane thought she'd made a new friend, but it was just a shadow. The next one. Just found this photo of Jane when she was little. There had to be a gift. You must have given her a gift after that.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's what being in a relationship for 30 years does.
Jane is looking so happy because her new friend hasn't walked away yet.
You're 65 this Thursday, aren't you?
That's correct, yes.
You can't use this till Thursday. This is official. I got you a bus pass and senior citizens.
Oh, it's a Metro card. There it is.
Name 3 things you can cover with chocolate.
A cake, yourself, someone else.
What is the worst thing about getting older?
When I get up in the morning, I have to walk downstairs like that till they thaw out. Honestly, I've got stiff back, stiff legs. I'm losing my hair.
Yeah,
it's all bad.
But you just name one thing. Just one thing. You have to pick one.
Pendulous testicles.
You'd like to be like an evil supervillain.
Yeah, that'd be good.
What would your power be, do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't thought it through. I didn't know. Do I have to have a... Can't I just... I'd be annoying. I'm really annoying. I could do that.
You'd be not just super. You'd be super annoying.
Yeah, anyone that came to Batman would go, oh, this. It's just... it could...
You see what I'm doing there?
Yeah.
Here, you try it.
No, I can't.
Come on. It's the only... This will get rid of...
Sorry.
Huh? What?
How is this not a breakdown? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you gonna...
I'm trying to help you.
That's amazing.
But available for streaming.
I've never seen you so animated.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Thank you. On Netflix.
I thought you were giving up.
Okay.
No, this is... No, I honestly just thought you were seeing this out, biding the time out. I was thinking of I wouldn't be long till I was there.
Oh,
and now...
Well, you think maybe I should? Maybe
no,
huh?
you've got a second wind. To go for it. Why would you...
I'm a big star in Finland.
Are you really?
Yes. What do you mean, are you really? It's probably... I don't know why you'd be skeptical.
Well, I don't know why you'd be here if you're a big star in Finland. Getting caught in the zipper. Does that mean this zipper?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, that's never happened. Just one of the advantages of having a very small penis.
And you're a sweetie pie.
Yeah, but everyone's sweet when they're little, aren't they? I mean, Hitler was probably cute when he was that age, wasn't he? They go, oh, Adolf, you are adorable. You know what I mean? And then things happen. We're all, you know...
Ricky Gervais has a new game show here on ABC called Child Support, and he really wanted to be here to promote it in person, but he's very busy not being here to promote it in person. So he made a video, he sent a video, and I don't know exactly what the nature of the video is.
Yeah, hi, Jimmy. Sorry I'm not there in person, but, you know, I can't be bothered, to be honest. But I've seen the show, I get the gist of it.
So, because Portia and I have been together for 13 years now, and I feel like people still ask us if we're going to have kids, and it's like, we're not, and people still...
No, they ask me all the time in the press, why don't you have children? Which is a really odd question to ask someone, why don't you have children?
Yeah.
As opposed to asking people, why do you have
Yeah.
children? Do you know what I mean?
But the greatest thing I learned when working for the AIDS charity was that this is the best leaflet in the world. Okay? This is a real flyer that came round, issued by the Terence Higgins Trust. Okay? It came round the university I worked at in about 1989. Okay? And it was aimed at the last demographic of gay men who still weren't taking precautions. They treated HIV like an occupational hazard, and they were militant against the disease, but they wouldn't take precautions. So it's aimed at that last tiny demographic, so it's very hard hitting. The front cover is a bunch of bananas with the word fuck. I don't know why, And it's basically a 10-point plan of health advice to not contract HIV. And this is the title of this flyer. You know it's going to be good when this is the title. Okay? Ready? You know, you don't always have to have anal sex. It's good to know, isn't it? Think of an old couple in a doctor's waiting room. Just looking through Reader's Digest, and she goes, oh, what's this? Oh. You know, you don't always have to have anal sex. See, I fucking told you. Okay, and it's basically 10 suggestions of alternatives to that little act. Okay? I'll just read some to you. Number 1. Okay, this is real. Okay. Number 1. Why not? Always starts the same. Why not? Okay. It's a soft sell. They're not pushing it on you, but... Okay. Number 1. Why not just jack each other off? Look at that. I've got the new flyer, Larry. What does it say? Well, let's have a look, shall we? Let's do one now. Okay. No more up the arse for us. Number 1. Why not just jack each other off? All right. Oh. Number 2. Always starts the same. Why not? Right. Number 2. Why not just come on his back? It's the casual nature of it. Like it's a recipe. Why not just throw in an onion? Imagine going to the doctor. Hi, doctor, I'm a gay man. I'm in a relationship, but I'm worried about the threat of HIV. Is there anything I can do? Just come on his back. Number 3. Number 3. Oh, so I used to read this out to everyone I met, and they'd be laughing at number 1 and 2. I'll get number 3, I'd go, hey. Number 3. Why not just come in his hair? Not the hair. Not the hair. On the back, sure. On the back, go on. On the back, go on the back. Where are you fucking aiming that? No. Not on the hair, no, there. There. I don't trust you, I'm putting on a shower cap. Not the hair. Number 4. Oh, okay. I have not before or since heard such great use of the term e.g. as in this next sentence. Number 4. Why not try? So that people can think this is a bit difficult. Like, just please have a go. Okay. This isn't brain surgery, this next one, but they've put in try. Okay. Why not... Why not try coming into some fruit? E.g. watermelon. Like, they put that out without that bit, and people going, well, what fruit? Oh, not a pineapple. Fucking out. Oh, no. Oh, what fruit? Just need to be specific. We thought arses were all right. They're not. What fruit? Watermelon. Thank you. And on and on. Okay. I want to just skip ahead to number 10, okay? Because this may be the greatest sentence ever written. I'm including Shakespeare in this. Dickens. The Office. Number... Thank you. Are you ready for this? Number 10, okay? Now, I think the bloke writing these was struggling by now. I think he'd gone into his boss and said, I've done it, I've come up with 9. The boss went, oh, we need 10. Really? Yeah, we need 10. I've got 9. We need 10, really. I'm coming in hair and fruit and everything. I mean, it's... We need 10, we need 2 rows of 5. We need 2 rows of 5, definitely. It's the symmetry I like. Just come up with another one. You've got half an hour. We go to print. You've got... Come on. Oh. So he went back in and he came up with number 10 at 1 minute to 6, I think. Okay. Number 10. Still with a why not. Okay. Number 10. Absolutely real. Ready? Why not both come out of a window? It doesn't even say if it's a first floor window. Morning. No, this is number 17. Number 19's time. Thank you. Morning. That's why it's my favourite leaflet of all time. Thank you. Fun and educational. I played arenas around the world. Netflix bought it for a record amount. It was the most watched special of the year. I thought, everyone loves me now. Everyone loves me now. Then I got this tweet. Real tweet. Call yourself a comedian? He knows I do. Literally says the word in my Twitter bio. Call yourself a comedian? You're about as funny as... Now, I thought he was going to go for the jugular and say Miranda, or... Come on. Come on, guys. Don't... I'm joking. Right. Call yourself a comedian? You're about as funny as a fart at a baby's funeral. He was trying to hurt my feelings. But his big mistake was choosing something that would be fucking hilarious. As if that would... A fart at a baby's funeral. Big echoey church. Everyone just silently sobbing like that. Tiny little coffin. Tiny little coffin. And someone farts. You'd laugh. Even if it was your baby. You know, no. If you're at the funeral, it's been dead a week, do you know what I mean? You're probably up for a giggle. Particularly if you're the father. If you're the mother, you probably still find it hard seeing the funny side of things. But I'm a considered comedian. I like my jokes to be accurate and my targets to be fair. So I was engaging these people. I was saying, why is it transphobic? And they were saying, it's about a trans person. I said, well, that's ridiculous. That's like saying a joke about Bill Cosby is automatically racist. It depends on the joke. But I was talking to them, I'm willing to learn, and I found out my crime was that I dead-named her. Now, I'd never heard that term, you know, before a day after the Golden Globes, and that was saying her old name, and even acknowledging that she used to be a man. But she did. I saw him on the Olympic Games. It was decathlete. It was in everything. He was all over the place. Shot put and pole vault. He won a medal. He was famous. He was on telly all the time. But, you know, a big, famous man with a huge... I don't know, but I mean, I'm guessing he probably... He's a big... But I've learned my lesson. Now, I'd never dead name her now. Now I know it's wrong. I'd never dead name her now. But, like, years ago, when, you know, she was a man, That was years ago, I'm saying, right? And she went to the doctor, right? And knocked on the door, and the doctor went, "Come in." This is years ago. I'm saying, I'd never dead name her now, but this is like a flashback before anyone. Do you know? So, like, come in, and he went, "Hello, Bruce Jenner," because that was his name then. The doctor, you know, this was years ago, and the doctor went, "Oh, hi, Bruce Jenner, you big old... How you doing, boy, you fucker? How you doing? You big old lunt. Oh, how you doing, boy? Come here, you fucker. How you doing, Brucey boy? You all right? Right? And Bruce Jenner, because that was his name, this is years ago, right? So Bruce Jenner went, "Yeah, not too bad, doctor, yeah. Not too bad, right?" And so, "What can I do for you, Bruce?" "Yeah, fucker. How you doing, boy?" And Bruce Jenner went, because that was his name. Bruce Jenner went, "Look at that." And they went, "Oh, come on, Bruce Jenner, you know the rules." He uses his whole name every time for some reason, I don't know why. "Come on, Bruce Jenner, you fucker, you know the rules. You can't bring your big old pole vaulting pole in here, mate, you know." And Bruce Jenner went, "No, that's not my pole vaulting pole, that's my enormous penis." And I thought, "Oh, right, yeah, seeing as it is your penis, you can bring it in here. But you should have left your shot puts outside." And Bruce Jenner went, that was his name for 58 years, I think. He went, "No, they're not my shot puts, they're my enormous testicles. That's where I keep my testosterone and my spunk and shit," right? And the doctor went, "Oh, yeah, that makes perfect. I am a medical man, and that you're a big bloke." "Oh, you fucker. How you doing, boy? You're a big... You're big, and you would have a big old cock and balls. They're beautiful. That bit familiar, isn't it?" And I go, "No, but you must be very proud of them, Bruce." And Bruce Jenner went, "Oh, this is going to surprise you, doctor. I want to get rid of them." And the doctor went, "What? Why?" "Ah, they get in the way." "Get in the way of what?" "Fucking driving, for one thing." There's no reincarnation, no ghost, no heaven, I believe. People can't get over that. People quiz me on Twitter when they find out I'm an atheist. They go, "What, you don't believe in God at all?" I go, "No." Do you pray?" I go, "No." They go, "Why don't you pray just in case there's a God?" And I say, "Why do you put garlic over your door just in case there's a Dracula?" Right? And I've got no problem with praying, you know. I know loads of nice Christians and Muslims and Jews, and if one of my family is very ill, they always say, "Oh, I'll pray for them." And I always say, "Oh, thanks very much," because it's a nice gesture. If they said, "Oh, we also cancelled the chemotherapy," I go, "Don't do that, don't do that. Pray, fill your boots, son, but let's do the praying and the chemotherapy, shall we? Because that's the same result as just the chemotherapy. So let's definitely keep that one, shall we?" I got in trouble talking about praying on Twitter once. Do you remember a few years ago that terrible disaster in Oklahoma, the hurricane? People lost their lives and their livelihood, and I donated to the Red Cross, and I tweeted about it with a link saying you can donate here too, trying to help them with their drive. And one of those sort of frivolous entertainment magazines from America, their account tweeted this thing. It really annoyed me. They tweeted, "Beyonce and Rihanna send prayers to Oklahoma." And I tweeted back going, "Oh, I feel like a cunt, I only sent money." Someone tweeted me once, "Would you come to the bedside of a dying child and tell them there's no heaven?" I tweeted back, "Is it a paid gig?" I prefer dogs, obviously. Dogs are better people than people, aren't they?
They're amazing dogs. They're our best friends. They guard us. They guide us. There's medical detection dogs that can smell if you've got, like, AIDS. I'm not a doctor, but their noses are, like, 1,000 times more sensitive than ours. So they sort of go, "Poor, you're well HIV. Fuck," you know that. And you go, "You can smell AIDS on someone." Yeah. Yeah. Then why didn't you smell it on the bloke I brought home last night then, you fucking idiot? They did the first 3 billion years by themselves, evolution and all that. And then we got involved and we did a bit of selective breeding, you know, getting them how we wanted them to do jobs for us, you know, a bit more of that, a bit stronger, faster, whatever. And they're great at the jobs they're bred to do, and they love the job they're bred to do because they're genetically hardwired to love that behaviour anyway. Although the Rhodesian Ridgeback was bred to hunt lions, and I can't help but think that was a little bit of a shock to it when it found out. So we did all the breeding, all the different pedigrees, all thousands, all the miles around, a big passing out parade. There's a bloke in a square with a white coat and a clipboard, and he goes, "Right, dogs." And they all go, What? Who wants to know what jobs they've got? We all do. Right. Okay, Labradors. Yeah? Do you like carefully bringing back dead ducks? Yeah. That's your job. Amazing. That is amazing. That is my favourite job. That is my favourite job. Jack Russells. Yeah. Do you like shooting down rabbit holes after... Yeah. That's your job. Fucking hell. Best day ever. Best day ever. Miniature poodles. Yeah. Do you like being carried around by elderly homosexuals? Yeah. That's your job. That's your job. Ridgebacks. Yo. You're hunting lions. What? You're hunting lions. Fuck off. Yeah, you are. No, we're not. Lions? We get fucking mashed. Why can't the Rottweilers hunt lions? They're shaking babies. Good boy. Good boy. You shake that baby if you want. Good boy.
You've said the F word once on stage.
No, when I was a kid, I used to, before I felt like I didn't want to.
Really? Did it get laughs?
Yeah, well...
But you cut it out because you were guilty. You felt guilty about it. You felt it was cheap.
I'll tell you what the bit was.
Go on.
It was a Superman bit, and it was something about how inept this newspaper would have to be, that these people, they don't even see the resemblance. These are journalists, you know? And the glasses just completely disguises this guy, and then it was something about, meantime, 2 of them are stuck in a fucking cave every week, you know? And that was the bit. And then I said, well, let me see if it works without the word.
Right.
And I took the word out. Didn't work. And that's what bothered me.
Okay. Dog of the Bay. No. There's no way. Exactly.
It's going to touch people. They're going to be moved.
Yeah.
And it will never be used for anything else.
Is he sitting on the cock? Is he just sort of sitting on the cock?
Yeah, because he's gay.
Or is
he's really sitting on the balls?
He's sitting on the balls, but the cock is up, right up.
But if you said sitting on some balls because the cock attached to them is inside of me, because I'm gay, does not, Otis Redding didn't
Otis would be laughing, going, they can't make it scan. They haven't got it. Let's walk away. And they go, no, I've got it, Otis.
Sitting on a cock because I'm gay. And then he stops. Doesn't need the rest of the
where's
song.
He going? There's no place to go. He's there.
I love bits where...
Does he do the whistle?
I love the...
Does he do the whistle? Oh, God! He does, and it's even higher pitched. Does he do the whistle? That's... Oh, man!
Oh, that's a good one.
Fuck me.
See? That's why it was worth doing the whole bit.
I have a question, because there's an interesting comparison here, which is that everybody here is filthy except for you. You're perfect.
Really?
You're perfectly clean. I mean, you never curse.
I'm perfect.
Do you say shit on stage or asshole?
No.
So
you
why
had
not
a
perfect?
fuck.
Oh, well, we all did.
No, you had a fuck around,
in the old days, yeah.
around 9/11 or something.
Oh, that was it.
Right, about the one tower or something.
Yeah. We did.
The finger.
So you've said the F word once on stage?
No, when I was a kid, I used to, before I felt like I didn't want to.
Really? And did it get laughs?
Yeah, well...
But you cut it out because you were guilty. You felt guilty about it. You felt it was
I'll
cheap.
tell you what the bit was.
Go on.
It was a Superman bit. And it was something about how inept this newspaper would have to be, that these people, they don't even see the resemblance. These are journalists, you know. And the glasses just completely disguises this guy. And then it was something about, meantime, 2 of them are stuck in a fucking cave every week, you know. And that was the bit. And then I said, well, let me see if it works without the word.
Right.
And I took the word out. Didn't work. And that's what bothered me.
Okay, you didn't
the
like...
The rhythm of it and the edge of that, it needed that.
But it's not about the swear word there. It's about you getting
about the
worked...
rhythm.
No, it's about you getting worked up.
Yeah,
it's about this guy he means this, he's so annoyed.
Right.
The fucking cave.
You're right.
That's funny, that's contempt for the cave they're living in.
You're right. If I was a good enough comedian in those days to change the joke, but it bothered me that it didn't work at all without the word.
But I think the interesting thing there is that they laughed at that because they saw your personality, your anger.
It's the anger that makes it funny.
And I love
that.
I
didn't know how to supplant it with something else that would communicate the anger. I didn't know how to do that.
But this is what...
I didn't even know.
I think we all do it a little bit, but you guys do it a lot, and you do it most of all, that you can be spluttering and spitting and saying the same thing over again, but because you're getting angrier, you're making me laugh harder. Because I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at you in this situation, angry at this. And I believe you. I believe you're angry. And I think...
Well, and I've had different feelings about the word fuck. Like, I made a rule for myself one year because I felt like I watched a show of mine and I was like, this is getting stupid.
But it's all about context,
It's
isn't
a way...
it? It is all about context. You know...
No, to me it's all about fear.
Who do you fear?
You're fearing this bit's not going to work.
Yeah, stand-up is unlike any other art form in that way that you can do... Like, if you're a musician, you're going to be pretty exact every time you perform. But you look back on shows and you go, I messed all that up. That was... I was driven by fear and... instead of by
I mean, I think
intention.
we deal with fear more viscerally than almost anyone. I mean, you feel the audience's fear, your own fear. The whole show is about quelling fear. And that's what you're talking about when you have a bit that you really are confident in and you know the end of it's really strong. And the audience feels your fear level go down.
Yep.
And they relax. And they go, oh, he seems to be very confident in this one.
Yep.
But what do you fear now, though, Jerry? What do you fear now?
The same thing.
What, though? What's that? That they don't laugh?
It's not going to work.
It's not going to be funny.
But hold on, no, there's 2 different things there.
The first
something
fear
working, something working isn't something not being funny.
There's 2 fears. The first fear is they're not going to pay attention. And
but they paid.
That's the
you
biggest fear.
That's the black
It's
audience.
bigger than not being funny. If they pay attention and they don't laugh,
where are you playing?
It's still a show.
Yeah.
Here's something I've never done in my entire career.
What?
A sound check.
I do sound check every show.
So do I.
You know,
It's
I do
really
my sound
smart.
check when I walk out there.
I never do it.
I do a
my
sound
first
check.
That's why I
bit
tell them I go like this if I need more.
Right.
That's what I tell them. I'll do this if I need it in the monitors more. I'll go this if I need
go
it.
You
sound
never
check.
sound check. I'm worried about if I have to do it.
I just want to know where the stage is. I want to know if there's a pit. I want to know the
I like getting totally
a little
surprised
bit.
by the room.
I don't
Really?
like being surprised.
I don't want any surprises.
That's so
I don't want.
funny.
I go. Is that going to be off? That exit sign.
Every
I don't
show-
want any surprises.
By the way, I'm only
anything
there.
puts me
I
off.
like it. I like the surprise.
Because I didn't bring.
Sound check's 15 minutes, but
You got to go there.
I go there. I
I'm there
go.
3 hours
I
early.
also want to know. I also have this fear of not knowing where the fucking theater is. I'm in some limo with some guy I don't fucking know. What if he's kidnapping me? What if he's taking me to his fucking lair?
His lair.
What about? I think comedy. Well, when you become comedians, though, isn't it to do with controlling a situation?
It's like a relationship. Again, it's
Yeah.
Here we go.
you know your woman is with you because you assume she loves you because she's there every day, but you still have to work on her liking you in order for this to work.
Right.
As a relationship.
Yeah, an audience will come and they're excited that
Yeah.
you're there.
Yeah, that's right.
But I want to do that by being myself, and of course, the metaphor.
But you still have to give some effort.
Oh,
You can't
of course.
just come
You've
home.
got-
Hey, I paid the rent. Like me.
But I suppose And that worried me. I think the reason I did stand-up was I thought I hadn't earned my spurs in a way. I mean, most comedians slog around for 15 years and they want to get a sitcom. I walked into the BBC with a thing I made, and it was The Office.
Right.
And then after The Office, I thought, I should show that I can do this other thing, this stand-up thing. I always get asked this question, you must get asked it all the time, is there anything you shouldn't joke about? And I always say, no, there's nothing you shouldn't joke about. It depends what the joke is.
It's not should, it's could.
Well,
can you?
I don't think that there's a bad thing to talk about, because I think that
I agree.
A great thing about comedy is taking people to places that they have fear and foreboding and making them laugh in that place. I think you help them.
I also think that that there's this spate of people thinking that comedy is your conscience taking a day off. My conscience never takes a day off. You've got to be able to justify it. You don't ever think it was a joke, it was a terrible thing and someone was hurt, but it was a joke. You don't think like that, do you? You don't think that comedy is the be-all and end-all of something. You still have a responsibility to not hurt an innocent person.
No, I think that comedy is the be-all and end-all.
Well, that's our job is to think that.
We used to have a rule on my old show.
Is to think, our responsibility is to think that it's the be-all and end-all.
It is the be-all and end-all, but we used to have a thing we go,
no, because
talk
then
about what they
you tell
do.
real racist jokes. You tell real...
No, I wouldn't. I'm not...
No. But I'm saying, if you think that someone you'll get a laugh, we think that's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm black, remember?
Yeah.
I'm the blackest guy.
I always say, talk about what they do, not what they are.
Of course.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
People do some crazy shit, you talk about the crazy shit. But if you think they are some... You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know
how
it all...
It's a little harder.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
I don't know how it all operates. Sometimes I don't... Like, I have said things on stage that if I take them just as statements, they're the worst things that any person could say. I used to do... Like, I don't know why it's always rape. I guess it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
But I used to do a joke that ended with a reference to rape, and then while I was there I would say, you should never rape anybody unless you have a good reason, like you want to fuck somebody and they won't let you. In which case, what are you going to do? Not fuck them? That's no solution. You're going to have to rape them. And I used to kill, and I've never gotten in trouble for it. No one's ever written a thing. I can't believe you said it.
No, but that's clear that you don't mean it.
And what's that?
But that's clear that you don't mean it.
I know, but I'm really
playing
just
with
saying it. Like, what's one where I'm like, I know I'm fine saying this. I don't feel bad saying it. And the audience, I've seen all kinds of people laugh at that joke.
But it's justified. You can justify it.
I'm not sure why we're all okay with it, though.
Because you can justify it. You can justify that comedically.
You put it together nicely.
And that's part of being famous. You can't. That's the kind of thing you kind of can't get away with. Not.
Well, it's not famous. That's a dance step. He just tap danced over 6 laser beams. Yeah. That's what we like about that joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that. He didn't touch 1 laser beam.
That's right.
Yeah. I would never out people. I remember what's his name? Ricky Martin used to. He's gay. Yeah. He came out. But I used to always watch comedians talk about his gayness before he came out on shows, and I think that was like the meanest shit in the world.
Yeah.
Now I had no problem saying La Vida Loca sucked.
Of course.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But to say that guy is...
I like that song.
But to say that he did was going too far.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very funny, Ricky.
So there are... What they do, actually I like La Vida Loca, but you know what I mean? Like,
I've got a song for him, actually. It's a reworking of Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. And I think it'd be a great single.
Sitting on the dock cause I'm gay. Sitting on the cock cause I'm gay.
If you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and... So...
Mel Gibson, come on. No, come on. I'm not going to have a go at him. He's been through a lot. Not as much as the Jews, to be fair. You're so macho, aren't you?
I know, it's a
You're so tough. I'm glad you got your shirt on. You always have to show a bit of that, don't you?
No.
It's for the menopausal women. And go, oh, look, he's taking his shirt. You walked to the restaurant the other week carrying a stag. Who do you think you are? 4.
Hold on.
I'll leave you with one final story, right? It's another true story. If I say they're true, by the way, they are. I promise, they're all true. And this is probably my favourite school story ever. It was 1976 again, so I was about 14. And we had a kid in our class called Gary Masterman.
And Gary developed Tourette's syndrome. Like, every sentence had a swear word in it. He had a tic, because we learned all about it in assembly. Gary was up there. All the teachers knew him. All the kids knew him. He was a popular lad, right? And, yeah, nice guy, Gary Masterman. But sometimes his tics seemed relevant. And I'll never forget, we were having this lesson with a young female teacher called Miss Wilkie. She was at the blackboard, and she was doing those calling out suggestions. I can't remember what it was about, but she'd go, Simon, what do you think? Yeah, that's good. Yes, that works, yeah. Brian, what do you... Yeah, good, yeah. And she went, Gary. He went, I'll finger you, miss. And she just went, anyone else? And she pointed to Sean Dixon, and Sean went, yeah, I'll finger you.
Everybody, you went to the Achilles heel of everybody. Like, when you tell a woman who's, you know, that it's, you know, she looks old, that just hits a woman deep in the...
Who did I say that to?
I think you said something about the Sex and the City women, like, about...
I said it was airbrushed, and I said, we know how old you are, girls. I saw one of you in an episode of Bonanza.
Okay. Say it all.
No, I was saying, why lie? There's nothing wrong with being 50 or looking 50.
But you're not a woman. I get you.
I don't think you lose your sensuality at 50.
I've only got a day to live. I said, what do you want to do?
And then when that didn't happen, what? And then when that couldn't happen...
Make-A-Wish Foundation. No. I'd like to go on Jimmy Fallon, please.
And so, yeah, that's not what you said.
No, I didn't.
You want to do something else, and then...
I said anything but Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats, but no one saw that. And the reviews, oh, shocking. I saw one that said, this is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs, right? But Dame Judi Dench defended the film, saying it was the role she was born to play, because she... I can't do this next joke. Because she loves nothing better than plonking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg and licking her... Furball. She's old school. Did anyone have a pedo teacher when they were at school? Yes. Round of applause for pedo teachers, yeah. That's another thing. I think where people are now trying to be so politically correct, they're trying to out-woke each other. Soon someone's going to say, you can't say pedo anymore. It's a derogatory term. It offends people who are child addicted, right? So you're going to have people going to the doctor going, Doctor, I think I'm child addicted, right? And doctor go, oh, you poor thing. How do you feel? I feel like I want to fiddle with kids. That is one of the symptoms. Don't worry, sit down. We'll get you into a facility at taxpayers' expense, right? And we'll wean you off children. How does that work, doctor? Well, you know, like when they give heroin addicts methadone, yeah? Well, we're going to start you on dwarves, right? It might work. It might.
But are you into Harry? I think because he's British, like the superstar, you'd be into him. But are you into Harry?
Well, yeah, he's fine. But why do you think? Because he's British, I'm into him.
Kind of.
We've got as many idiots as you. I don't have to be into everyone British, do I?
This new thing in England is celebrities having depression. Oh, I feel all depressed. It's always overprivileged performers that have these bouts of depression. You don't have blue-collar workers, you know, working-class mums with 6 children having, I feel a bit depressed. Do you? Get the kids to school. Oh, yeah. You know, I just think of these guys on minimum wage reading articles about going, oh, look at this poor millionaire comedian. He feels all alienated. I wish there's something I could do, but I lost my fingers.
But as I say, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but... I never knew you were this weird.
Really?
No, because you kept it... We worked together for a couple of days.
I know.
You're absolutely mental.
In a nice way?
Yeah.
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 But so...
So restless, way too reckless. Without you here, think I care less. So I fall down, and I keep doing things in a wrong way. You're stuck at the bottom. There's gotta be a better way. You got.
No one cares about movies anymore. No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done, Netflix, you win everything. Good night. But no, we got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer. And it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care. A few years ago, on this show, I made a joke about Mel Gibson getting a bit drunk and saying a few unsavoury things. We've all done it. I wasn't judging him, but now I find myself in the awkward position of having to introduce him again. Listen, I'm sure it's embarrassing for both of us, okay? And I blame NBC for this terrible situation. Mel blames... We know who Mel blames. Listen, I still feel a bit bad for it, right? Mel's forgotten all about it, apparently. That's what drinking does. No. I want to say something nice about Mel before he comes out. Oh yeah, okay, here you go. I'd rather have a drink with him in his hotel room tonight than with Bill Cosby. Please, Malcolm. Mel Gibson.
Yeah. I love seeing Ricky once every 3 years because it reminds me to get a colonoscopy.
Have you seen all the ghost hunter shows? Years and years. Celebrity ghost hunter. All around the world. Thousands and thousands of hours of footage. They've never seen a fucking ghost. It's all like, oh, what was that? Was it that I was just a... No, not the... What did you hear that? Was it just... Oh, was it you? Oh, no. Imagine if wildlife programmes were like that. Imagine watching David Attenborough all these years and everybody goes, here, on Kilimanjaro, we see the... Oh, no, it's not. And by the banks of the Limpopo, the elusive... Oh, that's not... You'd stop watching the... The pedo hunter shows, on the other hand, there's usually a couple in the crew just in case. You know what I mean? Particularly if it's a BBC production. Oh, shut up. That's the thing, though, with heroin. You know, try anything once, kids, sure. But know this, right? No. You think, I'll try heroin. I'll just try one. Give me one heroin, OK? Just have one. Oh, what's it like? Oh, it's fucking lovely. I want more. I can't just tap. It's like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. Believe it or not, I've never been a heroin addict. No round of applause for that. See? No round of applause for never having been a heroin addict. If I'd come out here and go, yeah, I used to be a heroin addict. I used to mug people and shit myself in doorways. Exactly. Oh, yeah. He hasn't done those things for a while. He hasn't done those things that we never did in the first place. Why are you applauding someone for suddenly acting like a normal member of society? It's like, I've lost a bit of weight. I've lost about 20 pounds. Exactly. What? No. You're basically applauding me for only eating as much as I need now. I should have always been doing that. I got fat because I was a greedy, lazy bastard. They come to me now and they go, oh, well done, you look great. But they weren't telling me I looked terrible. They're basically saying I look terrible. I needed waiters to come over and go, fuck off, you've had enough. I fell back in love with stand-up on my last tour, Humanity. I played arenas around the world. Netflix bought it for a record amount. It was the most watched special of the year. I thought, everyone loves me now. Everyone loves me now. Then I got this tweet. Real tweet. Call yourself a comedian? He knows I do. Literally says the word in my Twitter bio. Call yourself a comedian? You're about as funny as... Now, I thought he was going to go for the jugular and say,
Miranda or... Come on. Come on, guys. Don't... I'm joking. Right. Call yourself a comedian, you're about as funny as a fart at a baby's funeral. He was trying to hurt my feelings. But his big mistake was choosing something that would be fucking hilarious. As if that would... A fart at a baby's funeral. Big echoey church. Everyone just silently sobbing like that. Tiny little coffin. Tiny little coffin. And someone farts, you'd laugh. Even if it was your baby. You know, no. If you're at the funeral, it's been dead a week, do you know what I mean? You're probably up for a giggle. Particularly if you're the father. If you're the mother, you probably still find it hard seeing the funny side of things. No, you don't have children. I say no. I say, why don't you have children? Which is a really odd question to ask someone, why don't you have children? As opposed to asking people, why do you have children, right? People say, oh, it's selfish to not have children. How can it be selfish to not bring a life into the world that doesn't exist on any level? It's not as a long sort of cabinet full of potential ghost fetuses going, we want to be born, right? But I've thought about it, and there's 3 reasons I don't have children, okay? 3 main reasons I don't have children, and I'll share them with you. Okay, here they go. 3 reasons, right? 1, there's millions. The world's overpopulated. No one's sitting around going, oh, Rick's not having kids, we're going to run out. 2, kids are scroungers, aren't they? I mean, from day 1, it's all me, isn't it? Feed me, clothe me, pay for my chemotherapy. No, not my problem, son. Luck of the draw, boy, luck of the draw. It's like a little holiday flying to the States, right? I could do without the safety video. That's always a bit of a downer, right? And totally pointless. If you go into the side of a mountain at 500 miles an hour, the brace position does fuck all. Imagine if that worked, right? You're going down, right? The flames smash, you go, I'll try it, right? You do that, ball of flames, you wake up, everyone's dead, except you go, fucking hell, that's amazing. That is... And if we're watching telly, me and Jane, if it gets in our lap, we think, oh, that's such a privilege, we don't move. Even if we need a wee, we don't want to disturb it. The other one gets the drinks all night, you know, oh, like... And people say to me, you spoil that cat. I go, yeah, I do. It's a cat. It's not a person. What's the worst that can happen if you spoil a cat? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't grow up to be fucking Boris Johnson. It is... No, I don't get political. Although he is out of his depth. I mean, he started off by saying women in burqas look like post boxes. Now, it's not up to Boris Johnson what a Muslim woman wears on her face. It's up to her husband. Not my rules. Not my rules. This won't be in the special. If I ever get cancer myself, I'm going to go into the nearest hospital and go, right, I paid for that machine. Get that little bald f***er off it. Talking of little bald f***ers, I did the teenage cancer gig, what? And I was doing the gig this last year, and I looked down and I recognised one of them. I thought, oh yeah, he came backstage 2 years ago, he was telling me about his illness, and he said he was 18. And that was then, that was 2 years ago, so now he must be 20. So why the f*** is he still a teenager? Lying little shit. He wasn't lying about the cancer, he was riddled with it. It hurt him to laugh, but he shouldn't... And I was doing the gig, and he was laughing along, and I was thinking, yeah, you laugh it up, mate. I was fuming. And it got too much for me, I'm human. So I went, all right, mate, I recognise you. I went, yeah. Came backstage 2 years ago, I went, yeah. He said, you're 18 then? He went, yeah, so you're 20 now? He went, yeah. I said, get out. I called the security. He struggled, but he was weak. They'd worked out. Although they had trouble getting hold of him to start with, and his drip nearly had someone's eye out. The crowd started booing. I went, hear that? They don't want to see someone like you take the piss out of me. People quiz me on Twitter when they find out I'm an atheist. They go, what, you don't believe in God at all? I go, no. Do you pray? I go, no. They go,
why don't you pray just in case there's a God? And I say, why do you put garlic over your door just in case there's a Dracula, right? And I've got no problem with praying, you know. I know loads of nice Christians and Muslims and Jews, and if one of my family is very ill, they always say, oh, I'll pray for them. And I always say, oh, thanks very much, because it's a nice gesture. If they said, oh, we also cancelled the chemotherapy, I go, don't do that, don't do that. Pray, fill your boots, son, but let's do the praying and the chemotherapy, shall we? Because that's the same result as just the chemotherapy. So let's definitely keep that one, shall we? The other thing is this ridiculous thing of, oh, let's ask the average person what they think. Let's stop asking the average person what they... You know how fucking stupid the average person is? We still sell bottles of bleach with big labels on that say, do not drink, right? Let's take those labels off, right? For 2 years, and then have a referendum. I've got a thing about changing rooms, public changing rooms. I always have. I know. I'll tell you why. I don't know if it's the same in ladies' changing rooms, but men are so proud of their offal, right? If I'm in a public place, I have a shower, right? 1 minute, towel, corner, pants on, right? There's blokes walking around naked before the shower, talking to each other, like that. After the shower. There was one bloke in the shower, way too long, right? It was ages, right? And he got out, no towel, just dripping wet, just went up to the mirror and started doing his hair first. I was in there with there was just me and this really fat bloke once in the change room. I was getting changed, and he was there, and he was really big, like 350 pounds, right? And he was naked on one of those precision scales. And he was there for fucking ages, and I was looking at that, he was like that for ages. I wanted to run over and go, mate, you're never going to be an astronaut, right? It doesn't need to be this accurate. Just pop some pants on and take a fucking gram off. But psychology, psychiatry, neuroscience, it's still in its infancy. And we still know so little about the brain. And 150 years ago, we knew nothing. It was all guesswork, right? And, everything was just mental. If you weren't a white, sort of heterosexual, married Christian man, right? If you deviated too far from that, mental. They just went mental, like homosexuality, mental illness, you were put in an asylum for life, or worse, tortured. Women who fell pregnant out of wedlock, mental, asylum for life, right? And now we understand things more, we're more tolerant, I think it's going too far the other way, though, because now nothing's mental. You can't find something that nothing is considered mental. Everything is a syndrome or an addiction or a preference, right? I could have my legs removed, have wheels put on, identify as a pram, right? And if you say I'm mental, you're a bigot, right? Now, that's a bit hack, that joke now, isn't it? Oh, I identify as a thing then, right? It's a bit old-fashioned, right? But I'm going to leave it in to annoy people, right? Because that's the bit that'll offend people. Same as humanity. I talk about AIDS, famine, cancer, the Holocaust, rape, paedophilia. But no, the one thing you mustn't joke about is identity politics. The one thing you should never joke about is the trans issue, right? They just want to be treated equally. I agree. That's why I include them. You know? But they know I'm joking about all the other stuff, but they go, no, he must mean that, right? Like a joke is a window to the comedian's true soul. That's just not the case. I'll take on any view to make the joke funniest. I'll pretend to be right-wing. I'll pretend to be left-wing. I'll pretend to be clever. I'll pretend to be stupid. Whatever makes the joke funnier without prejudice. Okay, full disclosure, in real life, of course I support trans rights. I support all human rights, and trans rights are human rights, you know? Live your best life. Use your preferred pronouns. Be the gender that you feel that you are. But meet me halfway, ladies. Lose the cock. That's all I'm saying. That's all. And it's mad to think joking about something means you're anti it. Like, I made a joke about self-ID. But in fact, I wish self-ID had been around when I was a kid. I'd have used it to get shit. I'd have gone to my mum, Mum, I'm trans. She'd have gone, what? I'd have gone, I'm either trans or I need a new bike. Right? She'd have gone,
you need a new bike. I'd have gone, you're the boss. But I grew up in the 60s, Jesus. I had, like, Victorian parents. We hadn't heard of any of this. But what if I was a teenager now in these really woke, progressive times, right? And I had really cool, hippie parents, right? And I went, Mother, Father, I'm trans. They'd go, oh, goody, that's so fucking trendy, right? And my dad would go, Bagsy, I picked the vagina. I go, thank you, Daddy, right? Right? Then there'd be like a montage, right? And I'd go to hospital, I'd have all the electrolysis, I'd grow my hair, right? I'd have a big fanny, I think. No, if someone else is paying, I'll have the big one, you know what I mean? Like, Dad trying to buy me a minge, fuck you, Dad, right? I'd have a big fanny, boobs, right? And, right? No, and I'd come out and I'd emerge, I'd be a real woman, I'd be Ricky Gervais. I'd be Ricky Gervais, right? Yeah, and I'd be a real woman, right? And you can't change your sexuality, so I find women attractive, so I'd be a lesbian. I'd be a little lesbian fella called Ricky Gervais, right? Right? And probably be a butch lesbian, because of all the testosterone up till then, right? Also, I like the fashion. Jeans, black T-shirt, short hair, beard. I'd be a real lesbian called Ricky Gervais, lesbian about town, right? And so I'd go down to Brighton, right? And I'd go into a lesbian bar, right? And I'd go, hi, pool table, winner stays on. I'd be there all fucking night. Right. This joke isn't worth it for the punchline. The punchline is shit, really. So just enjoy the journey, right? Right. So I'd look around and I'd find one of them pretty lesbians, right? This is so childish and misinformed. It hurts, right? I'm going to leave it in, though, right? So, no, I'd find a pretty lesbian. This is pathetic, right? Even for me, I can't do this with a fucking straight face, right? And I'd go over that, I go, hi, you a lesbian? She'd go, yeah. Are you a lesbian? I go, yeah, just a bit, look at that, right? And she'd go, that is a lovely fanny. I go, fucking cost enough. She'd go, what? I go, nothing, right? And then I'd be wooing her, right? I'd be doing all like I'd be sort of like complimenting her on her sort of lesy ways. I'd go, I love you, Doc Martens, right? She'd go, oh, thanks, right? Right? She goes, I go, oh, those are big earrings, aren't they? Right? So, yeah, right. And then she'd go, do you want to come back to my place and les off? I go, yeah, just a bit, right? So we'd go back, we'd get naked, I'd boob her up, I don't know what I'd minge her off. I'd do that one, I'd do that one, definitely do that one, right? I'd Google it, wouldn't I? I'd fucking Google it, right? And right? And then she'd go, oh, do you want to wear a strap-on dildo and give me a good seeing to? I go, yeah, right. So I put a strap-on, I put the big dildo there on my new fanny like that, and tie it at the back, and that's when I'd kick myself. I told you it was shit, didn't I? Oh, God.
About you, it's always an element of humor or comedy, even in your mother's funeral.
My dad's, yeah, my mum and dad's funeral. We were mucking around. Even when my mum died first, and it was a long, horrible illness. It was lung cancer. It was lung cancer, and it was dreadful. I mean, the worst situation you can imagine. It was dreadful. So there was a certain amount of relief afterwards. She was out of pain and everything.
How long did she have it for?
Oh, a year. It was dreadful. I remember, yeah, it was dreadful. But when we were organising the funeral, the vicar said to my brother, "And tell me something about your mother. What was she?" And my brother, just mucking around, said, "She was a keen racist." Right. And the vicar went, "Oh, I can't put that." He went, "I'll put gardening then." And then he gave the vicar the wrong names of the kids, so when he read out that we all laughed, the wrong names. And at my dad's funeral, I went prepared. I got loads of nieces and nephews. And I went, and they all started sort of crying, and I handed out tissues. And then they all started laughing because I'd written things like "stop snivelling" and whinging. And the vicar was looking at us laughing during his funeral. And we explained to him afterwards. But yeah, no, that's exactly that's exactly what humour's for. Yeah.
Tell me about Derek. Derek is your new series.
Yeah.
Or your latest series.
Yeah.
He's a quite different guy. He's very different from David Brent.
Yeah.
The Office.
It's funny because I still deal with sort of like, you know, flawed characters, and you know, I suppose sort of these are more outsiders. But the flaws of the characters I usually delved into with like people like David Brent or Andy Millman. It was their own fault. You know, it was ego or ambition or jealousy. Whereas with these guys, it's superficial stuff. It's like bad hair, a shuffle, a funny voice, you know. And that was because I wanted it to be superficial and something important could come along and trump it all, which was kindness or compassion or caring. And I put it against an old people's home because I always try and write about what I know. And about 6 of my family, my mum, my sister-in-law, her kids now, they worked in care homes. So I sort of had that backdrop. And again, they'd come in with stories that were some were really sad, and some were really funny, and some were really sweet. And I remember first watching Derek, they'd say, is it a comedy or a drama? And I went, well, what's your life? You know, it's a bit of everything, isn't it?
You're doing a new movie, writing it yourself. I saw you like that.
Yeah, called Life on the Road, and it's David Brent trying to be a pop star.
I'm not trying to get to the Derek.
Sorry, I've just ruined your flow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had this wonderful flow.
I'm sorry, Freddie.
Are you in charge?
Well, I used to be.
Sorry.
Can you get me a beer? Because they said they wouldn't allow beer.
Do we have some beer?
He's in charge, see?
Freddie, you're in charge.
Coffee.
Claim it back. I'm so sorry. It's yours.
I have another show next week.
Do the intro.
You can cut this bit out.
We'll pretend. We'll pretend there's the...
Yes.
Yeah.
OK.
So we're going to watch a clip from Derek now.
They're laughing, they know, see? This is never going to cut together. It's going to cut straight from your interview to this clip.
Yeah, I know.
Your terrible trauma, and then you go, anyway, Derek. It's the number, honestly, the number of shows I've done where I'm going on to do something about a comedy or a children's book, and the person before me is just one of the first shows I ever did. It was like a daytime show, and they said, coming up next, the hilarious Ricky Gervais and his funny menagerie, Flanimals. But first, why do teenagers self-harm? And then there's this one, and I had to go out there. It was just dreadful. It always happens. It always happens to me. You did it on purpose, didn't you? They got kidnapped on purpose, just to ruin...
Take a look at this. This is a clip from Derek.
I goes, whoops, sorry. And people goes, oh, don't worry about it, Derek. Accident. But if I drops a baby or sits on it, whoops, sorry, isn't it? No. I actually think like that. When someone says, do you want to hold it? I just think, wait, no, what if I drop it? You know, so, yeah.
How are you with you chose not to have kids?
Yeah, but I've got loads of nieces and nephews, and they're having kids now, and...
So how are you with them? Are you good with
kids? A working-class family. I'm a great-great-uncle.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's not like it's...
They're like mice. No. Yeah. Yeah. I come home for Christmas and they're through the pockets and everything, coughing on you. I'm always ill after I visited my family. 13 kids. Oh, that's it. I lose weight after Christmas where I've got some sort of illness. No, I love kids. Other people's. I love other people's.
You don't want it.
You can play with them and go, right, that's enough. I'm off.
So one final question, because we've been talking about her getting married. Are you ever getting married? Because you've been with the same woman, like, for...
Yeah, 30 years. Well, we are sort of married.
30 years?
Yeah.
What's it, 18, 30? OK,
yeah.
so he's...
But we are sort of married. It's just, you know, I mean, I don't really see the point in a ceremony. You know, we share everything. Everything's in both our names. It's, you know... I don't want our families to meet. That wouldn't work. That'd be like Game of Thrones. Yeah, we got loads of toasters. We don't need to get married.
Ricky, it's great to have you here. We're
Thank
going to have
you.
another guest on. Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Here is Ricky Gervais.
Hẳn nên để cho cái bức tranh các bạn khi treo trên tường đó chính là nhờ những cái ba chữ đây, đó là chữ, các bạn biết chữ gì ạ? Theo mình ba chữ này là nhà thiết kế đã vẽ cho chúng ta, đó là những cái chữ như đây là chữ phúc, chữ lộc và chữ thọ. Đấy, rất chi là có ý nghĩa các bạn không? Là rất đẹp và có ý nghĩa với ba hình tròn này, ảnh biểu tượng trong một cái này, đó là những cái chữ là phúc lộc thọ, cho nên là các bạn quan sát kỹ thì mới thấy được cái sự sâu sắc cũng như là ý nghĩa và phong thủy của một cái chiếc bức tranh mà mình đang cầm đây để các bạn treo trên tường nhé. Và bên trái của chiếc bức tranh mình đang cầm trên tường đây thì cũng nhà thiết kế cũng làm thành những cái ô rích rắc để cho chúng ta được ngắm. Những đó là những cái ô xích rắc từ bé đến lớn, đến hình lưỡi câu rất chi là đẹp, được chia ra làm hai. Đấy. Và giữa phân biệt là đó là một hình chữ nhật, và nửa trên nửa dưới cũng là giống nhau, và được cắt những cái hình riêng biệt của từng phần một rất chi là rõ ràng, quan điểm các bạn thấy không? Đấy, về cái bức này là như vậy. Và đây, như trên đây các bạn cũng đã quan sát đấy, nhà thiết kế cũng cho ta được hai cái chiếc khuy bằng inox vòng tròn đấy, được xuyên thủng qua những cái tấm vải lụa và nylon này để chúng ta treo những cái khuy này lên rất chi là đẹp đấy. Đây đấy. Và bên trên còn có hai những chữ được làm bằng đồng, cả vuông cả hai mặt các bạn đó. Đấy, rất chi là đẹp đấy. Các bạn có biết chữ gì các bạn? Đấy, đây đấy, được làm bằng hai mặt, các bạn có thể xoay trên bên này và xoay bên này khi gặp gió thì cũng rất chi là đẹp. Và dây tiếp xúc thì cũng được làm bằng dây nen các bạn nhé, nen sợi đấy, bằng làm được bằng màu đỏ các bạn ạ. Và trên đây các bạn cũng đã xem đấy, được làm thành hình bầu dục rất chi là đẹp. Và in lên những cái dòng chữ đấy các bạn, in lên dòng chữ rất chi là đẹp và rất chi là có ý nghĩa, cũng là được làm bằng mạ vàng. Đấy, nhìn rất nổi so với những cái màu nền màu đỏ mà các bạn đang xem đây đấy. Và thiết kế cho chúng ta từng những cái ô xích sắc đấy, cũng như bán cầu rất chi là thẩm mỹ để chúng ta ngắm, hoặc là chúng ta treo thêm lên trên những cái tầng lớp cao hơn đấy, rất chi là rõ và rất chi là đẹp các bạn ạ. Đấy. Và đằng sau của các bạn thì các bạn cũng quan sát nó trần xì cũng chỉ là một màu, vì cái bức tranh treo tường này thì cũng không nhất thiết phải tô màu của đằng sau các bạn nhé, mà không có ảnh minh họa, mà không có biểu tượng nào để chúng ta thể hiện ra cả, mà trong cái đó là chỉ có những cái mặt trước này thì mới có những cái ảnh minh họa và sành điệu với một cái bức tranh như mình đang cầm trên tay đây thôi các bạn nhé. Vậy là mình cũng giới thiệu với lại tất cả các bạn về cái sản phẩm mà mình đang cầm trên tay đây, thì để các bạn mua về để treo ở trên những cái bờ tường, để các bạn treo những cái đốc lịch hay hộp thuốc này rất chi là đẹp, mà vừa là thẩm mỹ vừa là sang trọng. Xin chào các bạn và hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở video lần sau. Xin chào tạm biệt.